This is day 2, and we are going to look at layers. Layers are very important if you're working with Photoshop, okay? Now you need to understand how layers work. If not, you cannot work in Photoshop. Layers are like drawers on your table, okay? Maybe your table has 3, 4, 5 drawers, okay? Each drawer represents a layer. So if each drawer represents a layer, it means that each drawer has what they can hold. One drawer can hold pens, another drawer can hold books, another drawer can hold clothes, another drawer can hold medicine. Bringing this analogy to layers in Photoshop, it means that layers are like transparent sheets stacked on each other, okay? Stacked on top of each other. And each sheet can hold images, text, shapes, or effects. Right now, we'll talk about types of layers in Photoshop. We have image layer, we have text layer, we have shape layer, and we have adjustment layer. Then we have smart object layer, and also we have layer groups. Now we start with the first one, image layer. So we bring in two and each one we have its own layer. So I select 3 images. You hold your control key and you select 3 images, okay? Then you hold your left mouse and drag it into your work area. As you can see, this is 3 images you release, and click until you release all of them. So I have 3 images here. You hit Ctrl T and you select them. So look at the images we have. Okay. Now each layer that you activate comes on top. Okay. And every other layer that have been there before the new one will be under. Okay, let's go to text layer. So we go to text tool and we type layers in Photoshop. Okay, so we hit Ctrl T. Layers in Photoshop. So as you can see, we have layers in Photoshop. Okay, we are going to bring in another text. Okay, it will be assigned a different layer. So we type I love Photoshop. Okay, then you hit your Ctrl T and you stretch. All right. So we have 2 tests now, as you can view the layer panel. Let's zoom. Okay, that's the layer panel. You see the second one is on top according to text. Then layers in Photoshop is the first text. I love Photoshop is the second text, okay? So they have been stacked upon each other. All right. Now for the text layer, you will know that it is a text layer by this T icon. Once you see this T icon, you will know that that layer is a text layer. Now we go to the third one, shape layers. Okay, we are going to bring in a shape. So that shape icon here, you click here and you bring in your rectangle tool. So that's it. That's rectangle, okay? Then we bring in a circle, ellipse tool, okay? You hold your control key, you hold your shift key and draw a perfect circle. All right. So we have brought in two shapes, okay? If we go to layer panel, you will see it on top of I love Photoshop. The first one is rectangle layer and the second one is circle layer, okay? So that is it. Right, we are going to return to our normal screen and we take the fourth one, adjustment layer. Okay, adjustment layer is used for color and brightness. Okay, you tweak the color without altering the original image. Okay, so we go to our layer panel. We go to our layer panel and we are going to bring in the first image, okay? The first image layer, we select it and we are going to drag it to be the first so that we will see it in front of the work area. Okay, let's go. You hold your left key and you drag. Are you seeing it? I dragged it up and I dropped it. You see? The first image layer we brought in is here. All right. So we hit our Control T and we enlarge it a little. Okay. Are you seeing it now? So we want to apply adjustment to the image. All right. We return to our normal screen and we go to image. Okay. We go to image and we go to adjustment, then we go to brightness and contrast. All right, the pop-up comes and we adjust brightness, okay? Then contrast. We add a little brightness again and we say, okay. Now back to the layer panel. You see now that first layer, image layer, we added adjustment to it. It created another layer down. under it, okay, called smart filters, okay, and again brightness and contrast, okay. When you toggle, click on the eye icon, it returns to normal, okay. You click it again and it comes up. Then you go to brightness and contrast, you click on the eye icon, the image returns to normal. Then you click it again and it comes up. So this is adjustment layer. This is the main image layer. We return to our normal screen and we go to the fifth one, smart object layer. Okay, smart object layer. We are going to bring in the circle. All right, so we look for the circle layer, that's it here. We click on it and we bring it on top. We drag it up to be on top of everything there. Okay, so that's it here. So we zoom. Let's increase a little. Okay, so that is it here. We are going to use smart object layer. Okay, now we are going to convert this circle to smart objects. We are going to convert the circle to smart objects. Okay, now how are we going to do that? You click on the layer and hold down your right key, your right mouse, and select convert to smart object. Okay, so we click on it. We have selected it. So this circle now is a smart object. Now, smart object layer protects original quality while allowing edits. Okay, so this circle now is protected and I can still edit. Okay, now if I want to edit this circle now, I will click on the smart object thumbnail. That is here. Smart object thumbnail. I click on it or I double click on it and it comes up. Okay, that's the smart object. Okay, so let's reduce our screen. All right, now I can edit. We can change the color. You select it and you go to fill and I choose blue. Okay, you can edit the color from here. That is smart object layer. Okay, so that is it. Smart object layer, you convert to smart object and you edit through the smart object thumbnail. And after editing, you click on close and you say yes. You see it. We have edited it. Okay? So that's it. Now we go to the sixth one, which is layer groups. Okay? We are going to create groups for the three layers. That's the image, the shapes, and the text. Okay? So we create the first group. We go to group icon and we click on it. Okay? Then we click on the images first. You select the images, okay? We select the images. After selecting the images, you drag the three of them and drop it inside the group, okay? Then if you toggle here, you close the group. Are you seeing it now? So the three images are inside the group. Now the next thing to do is to rename the group to images. Okay? So that's it. If you toggle here, the eye icon, you see, it's off because all of them are now inside the folder. Okay? It's back on. Okay? So we create another one for text. We go to the group icon and we now go for text. We select the text and we drag and drop it inside. Okay? Alright. So you toggle here and they disappear. Okay? Now we go to the third one. We create another group and we select the shape and we drag and drop it here. Okay? All the group, you toggle them, everything is off. Okay? So each of the layers are now inside the folder or group created for them. Okay? So image is on. We change the group name to text. We change the group name to shape. Okay. So that is it. Everything is back again. Okay. So this is how to create layers and create folders or groups to contain the layers. So with this, your work will not be clustered. Okay? Everything on this work area, on this canvas, are in the shapes are in its own folder, the text are in its own folder, and the images are in its own folders. Okay? Now I'm going to rearrange everything on this canvas. Okay? You will see that it will affect the panel. It will affect every folder here. Okay, watch. We take Photoshop text. You see the text is now open. So we place it here. Okay. And we go to shape. The shape is open. So we put it here. or we place it here, okay, we leave it here, okay. Then the image is open, we place it here. The other image, we place it here. The other shape, the circle shape, we place it here. And the image, main image, we select it, it's locked. So we place it here, okay. Then Photoshop, we place it here. So that is it. Finally, we are going to look at basic layer functions, okay. Let's go to Zoom and we get to our layer panel, okay. So the next is to how to add new layer, okay. You see this plus icon, that's where you can click to add a new layer. Okay, let's go. That's the new layer, okay. You can use this layer to apply brush tool, okay. So that's it. Again, we look at how to rename a layer. Okay, for this new layer now, to rename it, we double click the name and we name it brush. Okay, so we have renamed the layer. The next is to move the layer. You click it and you drag it to wherever you want. Okay, so we go. So we hold on our left mouse and we drag. So we drag it down and we place it right after the background. Okay, we have taken it and we brought it down to background. So that is it. You can move your layers. Okay, you can take the one that is down and put it at the top. You can take the one that at the top and put it in between two layers, depending on what you want to achieve. Now we want to duplicate. Next, how to duplicate a layer. Now we want to duplicate this layer named brush. Okay, so you hold down on your left mouse and you drag it to the plus icon and you release. You see, I have duplicated the brush layer. This is the main brush layer and this is the duplicate. That is why it is called brush copy. Okay, you can duplicate as many layers as possible. This is depending on what you want to achieve. And finally, you can delete the layer. Okay, now for the brush copy, let's delete it. It's selected already. You click on your right mouse and you hit um delete layer. Okay, you click on it and it will ask you delete the layer brush copy and you say yes. So the brush copy has been deleted. So basically you can add new layer You can rename your layer. You can move your layer up and down. You can duplicate, and also you can delete. Thank you for watching.